Ministers, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to extend a warm welcome to you at this business breakfast. We are very pleased to be able to support this opportunity for members of the Lions Party to engage directly with members of the business community. It is very important that our elected representatives know the issues that really matter to the business that provides so much of our private sector employment. 99.9% of the private sector in Northern Ireland is made up of small business and medium-sized businesses, with the vast majority of these employing 5 people or fewer. This is unlike almost all other parts of the UK, and it highlights several issues. First is the need for our politicians to be very cautious when introducing any legislation and consider what impact it will have on this sector. Then there's the fact that most of these businesses are working flat out to survive and hopefully to grow, so that they have little spare time to engage with consultations and the like. And that is why they join representative bodies such as the FSB, so that we can speak on their behalf, fully informed of their views throughout grassroots branches structure and our regular member surveys. It also highlights the need for our politicians to work with us to grow the private sector rapidly and to develop many more medium and large companies based here, as this will have a major impact on our ability to export and add wealth to the Northern Ireland economy. But if we are to grow our local companies or attract foreign companies, we must ensure we have a skilled workforce available with the right skills at the right level to meet the demands of businesses. The FSB has been to the fore in calling for the devolution of corporation tax and the cutting of the rate as a means to attract foreign direct investment. We have met with the Chancellor, the Treasury Secretary, most of our local politicians at Stormont, and also with officials at HM Treasury to set out our members' call for this tax to be cut. Now, last week we travelled to London to meet with officials from the Treasury to learn of their progress in mapping out not whether but how corporation tax can be devolved in ways that would benefit local Indigenous businesses as well as overseas companies willing to invest here. The details of the work to date are encouraging, so we must ensure that our politicians both here and in Westminster renew their resolve not only to deliver these powers to the Assembly and for them to be used to cut the rate to a level that will attract the sort of foreign investment we need to transform our economy, but that they appreciate the urgency of the action required. In parallel to this, we need to anticipate the skills and knowledge that will be required by foreign companies when our workforce, so that we can ensure we are able to extract the maximum benefit from the investment in our economy that this decision will deliver. Minister Farry has notably for his willingness to engage with the FSB on a range of issues to do with employment and training, and we very much welcome this. Apart from his input in preparing the workforce with appropriate training, he has been a strong supporter of the FSB's annual Future Students of Business Awards with the 6 further education colleges. These awards serve to champion the very best of entrepreneurial initiative in the colleges, with past winners going on to make significant contributions to the wealth of the Northern Ireland economy. The FSB has invested tens of thousands of pounds in this initiative over the years, and the Minister's warm welcome and support for the awards helped to ensure that they are recognised by the students, the colleges and the wider public as a mark of excellence. And beyond skills and training, DEL has also responsibility for employment law and workplace relations. The FSB identified from our members an increased need for some form of better framework for employee relations, and we work closely with the department to develop and implement the simplified workplaces disputes resolution process. And this was a very real step forward for the employers and employees involved. But more than that, it is also an example of how the relationship between the FSB and our politicians is such that when we speak on an issue, the politicians listen. We can improve the working environment for all concerned. Minister, before I close, I would just make reference to the elephant in the room, namely that there are proposals to abolish the Department of Employment and Learning, your department. The view of the FSB, which we have expressed in a consultation by OFM, DFM, is that we believe there is a good case to be made for reducing the number of departments, but we do not believe that Northern Ireland is best served by doing this in anything other than as part of a comprehensive overview that considers all functions that the executive needs to discharge in the round, so that time, money and opportunity are not wasted in passing through temporary solutions for political expediency. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to draw my remarks to a close and thank the Alliance Party for this opportunity to support this event, and I wish you all the best for the rest of your conference.